From BS and Beer Media, it's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Handoff, Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, my God. He's going to score. He's got the five.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Yo, yo, yo.
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Thanks for. You could have done that way a while ago. You didn't have to do it right then.
Had to wait till the show started, man.
No, you didn't.
That was a woo pig for all my friends out there who are as relieved as I am.
Yeah. Welcome in, everybody. If you haven't heard, Gage Wood's a monster.
He's a stud, dude. We're going to go over some Gage Wood. Oh, this kid, man. There's only been 3 players, okay, that have thrown a no-hitters, okay,
Yep.
in the World Series. And he was one hit batsman away from throwing a perfect game. One hit batsman. The 3 guys, Jim Uhler from Texas in 1950.
There you go.
Jim Wixon from Oklahoma State in 1960. And Gage Wood in 2025. So it has been, 65 years since somebody has thrown a no-hitter in the College World Series. 1960 was the last time.
It's crazy. You would think it would have happened another time, but that's pretty rare. That's a rare company right there.
Well, geography-wise, I mean, it's kind of neat too, because Jim Ehlers, I don't know how you say his name. He was from Texas, and Jim Wixon was from Oklahoma State. I also thought it was pretty cool that he got to go up against a guy that he works out with during the summer. Said he was his scramble buddy during the summer when they go out and play golf and stuff.
Talk about the Murray State kid.
Yeah, the kid playing shortstop. He's also from Batesville.
Yeah, it's that crazy. Small world.
After the game, he went over and gave him a hug. They interviewed Gage Wood after the game, and she said, "What are your thoughts after what you just did?" And he's like, "I shouldn't have hit that kid."
Yeah, I saw Bobby put in the Discord something about quarter of the day, or something like that.
Yeah, man, shouldn't have hit that guy.
Shouldn't hit that kid. They shouldn't have.
He shouldn't have, man. Got him right on the foot too. See, that's one. That's one that I went, and he didn't try to get out of the way. He stood there, he didn't shuffle.
They don't try to get out of the way these days. I don't know. Back when I played, that was, you tried to get out of the way. Guys go diving out of the batter's box to not get hit. Dude. They don't do that anymore.
That's why I can't play college baseball, because you send a 97 mile an hour at my shoulder, and I'm going to be diving into the dugout and handing the bat to somebody else going, I can't hit that. Somebody else go swing at that.
I know.
Diggs finally gets in the ball game. I have 2 words for our offense in the last 4 ball games. It's like grossly unremarkable. That's how I would phrase our offense. I don't know how many. I know in this game, I actually quit counting, but in this game, we was up to 7, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was dealing for sure.
Dude.
It was awesome.
Dude.
It was awesome. He hit 100 pitch count and still throwing smoke. 97, 98. He got that one guy made him mad. He went up to 98.
Yeah, it's called the timeout on him. Well, I was surprised that the players weren't doing that more often, or the coach maybe calling a timeout or 2, just because he moves so fast on the mound. Like, he is ready to pitch right away,
Mm-hmm.
And
he's like,
there are lots of times he's just waiting on the ump to give him the signal, and he starts his windup, and here he comes, man. He's ready to go.
Did you hear him say one of his breaking balls? They did the rotation thing.
Yeah,
how fast it was spinning, and it was like 2,500 or something like that. And they said the major league guys are usually around 2,400.
Now, did he get the
he was bringing it.
all-time? Did he get the all-time strikeout thing? Because I read somewhere it was a kid from Arizona that had like 17 or something like that. So I don't know how many strikeouts he ended up with.
19.
So he's got the record. So he's got the strikeout record and a no-hitter, man. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And before the game started, they said he was the number 21 prospect. Do you think he's moved up the ladder any?
I think he just made himself millions of dollars. For sure.
Yeah, in the interview afterward, he was giving his parents a lot of praise and everything because of, they travel, they sacrifice, pay money. And when he said the money part, I was like, don't worry, kid. You're going to be able to pay them back. You're going to be able to pay your parents back.
The second most ever in a College World Series was Jim Wixom, Oklahoma State, 14.
Yeah. 1960. That's the same guy that threw the no-hitter in 1960.
He had 14 that game.
I thought there was a kid from Arizona that had 17. That's what I had read.
Not according to this.
Oh.
This could be wrong. This could be wrong.
Well, he just annihilated the record then. I thought he just beat it by 2, but apparently he beat it by 5.
Dude, 20 Ks.
That's just awesome.
That's that.
And you keep, as a fan,
that's insane.
As a fan, every time he gets another strikeout, every time he comes out for another inning, I was feeling anxious for the kid. I don't know. I don't know how the kid is up there and not like sweating bullets and just freaking a nervous wreck, because I would be. But no, man, he was just, and it seemed like from the first inning to the 9th inning, I felt like he was getting stronger.
Mm-hmm.
In the 9th inning, his curveball tapered off a little bit, but he was up to like 115 pitches or something. I mean, hell, I think your curveball would probably taper off a little bit after all that too.
It would.
And that doesn't count like his warm-up pitches, his getting warm. And I mean, he threw a lot of pitches tonight. I didn't know.
I don't even know what isn't there a pitch count in baseball?
There is in high school. They won't let kids pitch more than so much in high school. I don't know about college. I have no idea. I think it has something to do with rest. Like now that he's thrown X number of pitches, he's not allowed to pitch again for so many days because he threw so many pitches. 150.
It's the maximum pitch count per game. That was updated in 2023.
Okay.
If a pitcher reaches his limit during an at-bat, they can finish pitching that batter before being removed. And then the rest requirements are 0 to 24 pitches, no rest. You don't have to have any rest. 25 to 50, 1 day rest. So Root could go again tomorrow if they wanted to throw him. And then it's like every 25 pitches, that's another day of rest. So it's like 51 to 75 is 2 days rest. 76 to 100 is 3 days rest, and so on.
So
over 100, you have to rest 4 days.
So UCLA and LSU played tonight, and we get the loser of that ball game.
That is correct.
And Bobby, I bet you're a good guy. I bet you're a great guy, but I'm gonna have to root for LSU to get beat tonight, because I honestly don't think that we can beat LSU 2 in a row. And the best chance for us is to knock LSU out of the bracket. So if UCLA could beat LSU tonight, and then we could face LSU again, our bullpen against their bullpen, one game, I think we could win it.
I would rather play UCLA twice than LSU.
Yes, I would too.
If I had my choices.
And it's still going to be difficult because you're going to have to face a team that you've never faced before, but they've never faced us either. So,
by the way, Bobby, I have heard some pretty bad stuff about LSU fans up there and causing a ruckus and not being too nice to people. So,
well, I mean,
it makes it harder for me to root for you, man.
Does that surprise you? I'm sure there are Hog fans up there acting a fool too, man.
Oh, I'm sure everybody's got a couple of them in there. Right?
Everybody's got an a-hole in their family. Everybody got that a-hole in their family,
I'm just reporting the news that I heard. That's all I'm saying. From the top of the bleachers. Okay.
Well, it's also another reason why I'm not a big fan of going to a ball game in person. Is because I'm always, I don't shy away from confrontation, but I don't go look for it. You know what I mean? And I feel like, all right, if I dress up in my Arkansas garb and I go to LSU, to watch a game, I'm kind of asking for a confrontation. You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's definitely gonna be words said.
Yeah.
So,
yes, exactly. So
you froze on me there for a second.
No.
Yeah, that was crazy. I was gonna pull up I didn't have the score here, but the way they were running the bases early in the game too.
Yeah, I think we ended up
and stuff.
We looked a lot more aggressive when we got on base. Our problem is that I think we ended up leaving 7 or 8 stranded on base, and you just can't. You can't do that, man. When you're getting people on, you got to at least get 1 or 2 of those in every time you get people on base.
We had 9 runners left on base.
9. See, I got so pissed off, I quit counting. I was just I got to where I wasn't even watching offense. When we got up 3-0, I was scrolling on my phone and waiting for Cage Wood to come back out.
I was like, come on, we need some more runs. We need a few insurance.
Then they end up, the commentators talking crap about the caboose of our team, and Thomas goes out there and goes 4 for 4, and the top of our lineup couldn't get him across the plate. So it was kind of irritating that they want to go after the caboose when nobody's producing, really. Yeah. Robinette's doing a pretty good job. Thomas is doing a good job. The younger Aloy brother is might as well put Kendall Diggs in and let him DH if that's the way he's going to bat.
I know they put his numbers up next to his brothers, and it was like, wow, for the season he's not that far off from his brother.
Yeah,
but man, postseason he's not making contact like he was.
He started struggling toward the end of the regular season, and it has just carried on into the postseason. And it's not like he got one job. It's like the kicker on a football team. Your job is to go hit the batting cages. We need you to bat. You're the DH. We're not asking you to run bases or to catch fly balls or to take grounders or anything like that. Hit the batting cages, And early in the season, he was eating it up. And I don't know if they found something on tape, kind of like Serrano, when Serrano goes in there and he's just knocking them out of the park. And he says, all right, Eddie, throw him a few breaking balls. And he looks like a dadgum fool,
I've thought that a couple times about him.
I don't know if they have found something on tape and they're just.
Well, Thomas went 4 for 4, right? But Devon and Aloy both had 2 hits, but everybody else, like Maxwell, went 0 for 3.
Robinette had one.
Cozell went 0 for 4.
Yeah. Robinette had
Iredale goes 0 for 4. Talk about disappointing Iredale, man. Come on. This guy, I thought at the beginning of the year, this guy was going to smoke 20 home runs. I thought he would have that kind of year.
First of all, when we're talking about Brett Iredale, I'm going to make one great comment and then I'm going to make 2 bad comments about him. But just remember the great one, okay? Defensively, I think he might be the best third baseman in the SEC, okay? Defensively, he's a rock, okay? Those pink gloves, and he's hitting like he's wearing pink gloves, if you know what I mean, up at the plate. I don't know if they got some sort of rule that I don't know, when your batting average gets low enough, you have to look at the first pitch. But I don't know how many times I watch him just right across the plate, first pitch. Same thing Diggs does. Just sits there and watches a perfect fastball. And then he swings at some crap that's inside on his hands. It just,
I know. Iredale's been frustrating for me all year. I thought he was going to have a really good year, but
Well,
and
it's not over yet. I mean,
he's been okay. But I mean, we
yeah,
need him and Kozil,
I think
and
even
Maxwell.
I
We
think
need everybody hitting.
we're complaining about him, and I think he's still hitting like 293 or something like that. I
Oh,
mean, it's
what did we score against LSU?
one.
Remember one?
We scored one run against LSU. Yeah,
Did we? Okay, so we scored 4 runs in 2 games. That's just
four runs in 2 games. And I think it's worse than that if you go back to
They had to throw a no hitter. They had to basically throw a no hitter to win this one. You know, if they'd had any kind of, if they'd had a couple hits, they had a
Cage Wood has put him on his back today and took him to the next round. We could have won 1-0. Once we got that one run across, the way Cage Wood pitched today, we would have won the ball game. Now, it would have been a lot more sweat and bullets, especially when he hit that guy and that guy was on first base. That would have made everybody a little bit nervous. No. But, man, he stayed in the strike zone. They put up his stats at one point, and it was like, I think when he got to 100 pitches, they put up his stats, and it was like 60 in the strike zone and, or it was like 62 and 38 or something like that. 62 pitches were in the strike zone, 38 of them were balls. And that ump called a few balls that I was like, dude, because Wood even looked at him a couple times like, what was wrong with that?
Yeah, I saw a couple too. I thought, but then I saw one for the other way too. He called one that was for us. That he was like, "Oh no, that's low." You could hear him say that. The ump say that. I don't think it was low. I think that was right in there. I think it was right in there. But whatever. You gotta miss a few,
And I don't. Yeah, but it's unnecessary though. With TrackMan and all that now, it's unnecessary for him to miss strikes and balls. All you'd have to do is have an earpiece in your ear, and he could, he wouldn't even have to watch the pitch. He could sit back there on a stool and afterward go strike,
What were we watching, or we saw somewhere where they were going to do that was it in minor leagues or something? Remember we were talking about this?
I have no idea.
They were going to go to the computer thing doing balls and strikes.
I have no idea. I don't remember that story. But what I do know, like in the major leagues, I don't know if it was in the preseason or if they got it going on now, but you could challenge one. And they put the TrackMan out there on the scoreboard and show, the pitch and where it hit. But I don't know if that was just in like the preseason ball games or if they actually implemented that this year. I don't keep up with Major League Baseball enough to know that stuff.
Okay. So they're not implementing a fully automated ball strike system this season. Okay. But they are doing a test. Where does it say? They're actively testing it. About 60% of the 2025 spring training games use this system. With a potential rollout as early as 2026 if results are favorable. So it sounds like Major League Baseball may be going to that. Survey shows 61% of team personnel and 47% of fans prefer the challenge system over the full ABS. So I guess you won't get a challenge anymore. You get to challenge it. I don't know. It's pretty weird. Other than the thing in football, right, where the chains are going to be automatic or whatever, or computer measured.
Aren't they already, though? Because they put that yellow line down and everybody at home goes by that yellow line.
Well, they're fixing to use that yellow line. So.
I think they've been using it for a while, if you want to know the truth.
It's the truth. It's the true yellow line. Yeah. Anyway, so now we just wait and see. UCLA, LSU. Like you said, I got somebody rooting for UCLA tonight.
I don't usually root outside of the SEC, but I guess I'm going to have to tonight because I would much rather face LSU for one game instead of having to beat them twice, especially when they're on a roll. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They're playing really good. But I mean, what's their day 2 starter look like though? I don't know anything about them. You know what I mean? Do they have someone besides that guy that pitched game 1 who was a stud? You know, I mean, we just had our day 2 guy throw a no hitter. He's not even supposed to be our best guy.
No. That was our day 3. We had to bring in our day 2 guy to save our day 1 guy.
No, Gackel's in the bullpen. He's been in bullpen for a while. He did start off as a third, but they moved him when Gage got hurt or whatever.
So this is this is why I don't believe in like star ratings and stuff like that. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So when Cage Wood came out of high school, he was the number 3 right-handed pitcher in the state and the number 4 overall prospect in the state. So he wasn't even number 1 prospect in the state.
Yeah, I don't even know what year he's. What year is he even? I don't even know. He's going to go pro anyway. So.
Oh, you ain't got to talk like that, man.
Class of 2022. So he must be a sophomore.
He's a 2023 freshman.
Okay, so this is his 3rd year.
Yeah, he's a junior, I believe.
Yeah,
right-handed pitcher, junior, 6 foot, 205 pounds.
He was the number 96 right-handed pitcher and the 313th overall prospect nationally.
Yeah. I think he's moved up a little bit.
I think so. Yeah.
Struck out 26 and only walked 6 against conference opponents.
That's
and this is our number 2 guy or our number 3 guy because Dave Van Horn can't make up his mind. He did miss quite a bit of the middle of the season because of a shoulder injury, but he came back stronger. They brought him back
real slow. Remember they
They brought him back. They were like
an inning, and then he pitched 2, and it's like they gradually work his way back up.
I don't know. I'm still a nervous wreck, because it only takes 1 loss and you go home. That's what it's so stupid. It's so stupid to hear coaches say it, but that's why winning that first game is so important.
It is. It really is.
As you go from having to win 3.
One might say it's a must win.
No, it's not a must win. It's not a must win, but it definitely is one that you want to get. That's for sure.
Yeah, they still got. We still got Big Cheese. We still got Gibbler.
Oh, they got Bybee.
They got Couch. We still got Coyle.
They got Jimenez. They got Coyle. They got McIntyre still back there somewhere.
Fisher.
Man, we're still okay in the bullpen. We're still doing okay.
Yeah, well,
we're not going to get Gage Wood back until
4 days from now.
Well, if we can play
Friday.
Yeah, if we can push it and play a second game against whoever it is, like if we can beat whoever the loser is tonight and then move on to the finals and then win another one, we could get Gage Wood back for that next ball game, for that big one. That would be awesome. Plus, like you said, we can pitch Root again now because he's had his day of rest or whatever, and he didn't throw that many pitches. So we can work him back in there somewhere.
Yeah, I wonder if he's going to throw him.
I wouldn't throw him against LSU. LSU has seen him. This would be like the 4th time they've seen him this season. No, the 3rd time they've seen him this season.
You don't figure he's like, no, I want to.
Oh, I'm sure he does. I'm sure he does. But I also read a little blurb that one of the reasons that he was pulled in that so early in that first game is because LSU bunted on him and he couldn't get off the mound quick enough to get the bunt. And Van Horn or one of the coaches was afraid that they'd just keep bunting and he wouldn't be able to get over there and make the play or whatever.
I don't know about that.
I don't either, man.
Van Horn said in the dugout when they interviewed him right after that, he said, well, it's just, just a feel. He seemed like he walked a couple of guys right there, and his fastball was down a couple miles per hour from what it normally is, and so went ahead and went and got him. But I think he's thinking too, if they for in the future, right? Because it was what we just talked about. He was at like 38 pitches or something like that, so he was getting close to that. Where you need more than 2 days rest. So maybe he was thinking, man, if I yank him out now, we can use him in 2 days if we need him.
Yeah, Roots had a couple of outings too where the defense didn't play their best behind him, and they had a chance to turn a double play and get out of that inning, only giving up one run, and they didn't do it. And I think that
it was like two times like that.
Yeah.
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 What about that guy dropping that one in right field today?
That was crazy, wasn't it?
I was
that
like,
was
man.
Nuts.
Jeez.
He probably feels terrible. He'll probably think of that play for, who knows, for the rest of his life. He'll think of that play.
Of his life, no kidding.
You've got a play like that. Don't you have a play you think of like every once in a while? You're like, man, if I'd only done this. I can think of one that you should have.
I've got a couple.
We had a fumble. And Big is right there. He could scoop, and I'm in front of him. I can block for him to the end zone. He could score a touchdown, and he only had to go like 30 yards. I think it was like on the 30-yard line.
Yeah, we were across the 50.
Yeah, so you could have, dude, that would have been awesome. And I was right there. What's he do? He dives on it. He covers it, man.
Yeah, man. Man on the grenade. You know what I mean? That's what I was taught. Man on the grenade. I got the ball. That's what I was going through my head.
That could have been your one moment of like
my one shining moment.
Your one shining moment, man.
I've got a couple other ones I think of every once in a while. I'm like, what a bonehead.
Yeah.
What a bonehead. One's so embarrassing, I don't even want to tell you. That's how embarrassing it was.
About not getting beat deep?
Don't get beat deep. No, that wasn't my fault. That was not my fault. He was not talking to me. I'm not the one that got laid up on down there. That was not me. But okay, there's two other times. All right, this other time we were up by 2 points.
Yeah.
With 3 seconds left.
Yeah.
I got fouled.
Yeah.
Coach Big's gonna make these free throws right here. We're gonna win the game. Blah blah blah. We're gonna do that. You're gonna go out there and do it.
Coach gave you the commentator jinx.
And I walked out there. First one, right? Dink. It bounced way off over to the corner. Guy grabs it, throws it the length of the floor to his buddy in the other corner. Grabs it, 3-pointer, swish, wins the game.
Wow.
If I could have just made that one free throw.
Yeah.
We at least went to overtime. But no. Gotta live with that one. And the other one's super embarrassing, but I'm sure you remember it. The half-court shot.
You had 12 seconds left.
Yeah. I get the steal, make this great defensive play, get the ball, take off running. Everybody's counting down. 4, 3. The whole crowd is chanting, counting down. Dude, I'm like, I'm making this. Woo! I shoot it from half court. Look up at the clock. 11 seconds left. I was like, oh no.
Oh my god.
And then coach is yelling at me. I get in the locker room.
Oh my god.
And he was like, what in the world? And I was like, I just thought. And he was like,
you
don't think about nothing. Stop thinking. I was like, okay, no more thinking, coach.
Yeah, but then the next mistake you make, he's like, what were you thinking?
Yeah.
Nothing, coach. You told me not to think nothing.
No doubt.
Oh man,
I got called for an offsides in football one time too, and the coach called me out in the like the video. You know, like you watch the video the next day, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we were watching it right and get to that play and said, yeah, we're always shooting ourselves in the foot.
Yeah. But it became like an offensive line mantra for the
what the
rest of
heck?
the
You
year.
didn't call out anybody else the whole like 2.5 hours we've been sitting here, and I jumped off sides one time. You're screaming at me. What in the world?
Well, you want
Yeah.
Bobby Knight says that you call out your leaders. You don't call out your guys that aren't leaders. So maybe coach expected you to be a leader.
Well, maybe. I don't know. He should have told me that at the end if he wanted me to lead. You're not really leading if somebody needs to tell you, are you?
Probably not. Probably not.
No.
Probably not.
Oh my gosh.
We
Anyway.
got NBA Finals night too, man.
Yes, we do. NBA Finals going on tonight. Who you take? We're going back to OKC, right?
Going back to OKC, ABC has announced that for the first time since like 2013, they are going to actually show the pregame or the starting lineups when they run out for the starting lineups or whatever. Apparently, they haven't done that since like 2013 or something. And for some reason, they're bringing it back tonight.
When they're like, and now from the University of blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
They're going to do that for the first time since 2013.
Now, I don't know if that's the first time in the finals since 2013 or the first time in the
So they don't do that anymore? I just thought they didn't show it.
Well, they do it every ball game. They're going to air it. They don't normally air it. I guess that's usually when the commentators on the sideline are talking to you about, here are the 3 keys to win the ball game tonight for such and such,
Now they go to commercial when that happens. They'd be talking and the lights go out and it goes commercial.
Yeah. That was
back and they're all ready to go.
When I was a kid, when the Bulls were making their run, we got WGN in Mountain Home from Chicago because we had a lot of people that were from Chicago that retired to Mountain Home. So we got WGN. So we got every Bulls game at my house on the TV, and every home game, they always showed the Bulls introduction, man. It was one of the best parts of the game was hearing that music and freaking.
It was. There was a signature. So we're back in OKC. It's tied up 2-2.
Mm-hmm. That was a big win for OKC back in Indiana.
Yes, it was.
To tie this up 2-2 and to get home court advantage back was big. But did you learn from your past mistakes? Just because you got home court advantage, you better not be sleeping on these Indiana Pacers because they don't give up. There is no quit in these Pacers.
No, man, they're good. I don't know. I didn't see any numbers on what Halliburton has done in OKC, but I keep seeing these Durant being predicted to go everywhere. Have you seen that? He's tied to every team in the league.
I was going to ask you, man, what do you think about them getting rid of your boy and bringing in old Desmond Bain?
I like it after I researched him a little bit.
Okay.
I think the main thing about they got rid of Cole Anthony as part of that deal.
Yeah, I saw Anthony and I was like, oh no. And then I researched. I was like, all right, Cole Anthony. Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't like I don't want to say I don't like. I think we could upgrade at that position as a player. But he's a big locker room guy. He's the locker room vibes, brings the dancing before the games, all that. He's like the locker. He's that guy. So we lost that. So I don't know how I kind of feel about that. You kind of need that guy. I don't know if we have anybody else that's going to do that. And I don't know that much about Bain, to be honest with you. I looked up some of his stuff. I mean, 40% career 3-point shooter. I'm like, yeah, we need that.
How many does he take?
How many does he take?
Yeah.
Oh, I have no idea. I mean, he
Like,
averaged.
if he's taking as many as everybody else is taking, then yeah, 40% is good. If he only takes like 10 3-pointers a year, 40% don't really do you a whole lot of good.
Let me see here. See if I can find some stats on this guy. He may not be on here anymore. Oh, there he is. Okay. Let's see. Holy smokes, is that correct? 31% field goal percentage. What? That's not right. That's not right. Hold on. What am I looking at here? Oh, this postseason. Oh gosh, he had a horrible postseason apparently. Oh my goodness. We're not gonna look at those numbers. We're gonna look at the regular season numbers. His postseason numbers are horrific. Okay, regular season, 19 points a game. 6 rebounds a game, 5 assists a game. .2 steals. I don't see his percentages though. Oh, here we go. Shooting stuff. 48% from the field. 39.2% 3-point shooter on 3 attempts a game. I think that's right. No, that's the free throw attempts. Hang on. 3-point attempted, 6.1 per game, and he made 2.4 of them. So he'd go 2 for 6, basically.
So Joey Chestnut's returning to the Nathan's hot dog eating contest.
I thought he was banned for like life.
I guess they decided to bring him back. They had bad ratings last year, so they're bringing back Joey Chestnut. I don't know.
Bring the champ. Bring the champ. Champ wants back in.
Champ wants back in. So the 4th of July.
Okay. 4th of July? That's when they're doing it?
Is when they do it every year. 4th of July.
Okay. I don't ever watch it. I always see the highlights like, who's the champion or whatever.
I don't know why. I think the only reason that people watch it is because there is nothing going on 4th of July. Like,
I'm going to be out of town.
Like, honestly, like, we have games on Christmas. We have games on Thanksgiving. We have games, all year long. We don't have Adam Silver banned Joey Chestnut. Yeah, but
he probably did. Probably had a hand in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, apparently he overturned it, or they overturned Adam Silver.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
It should be a competitive. How are you going to get banned from eating hot dogs? Come on.
I don't remember what the story was.
What did he do?
Why he got banned?
What was his name?
Joey Chestnut.
Let's see here.
I don't know why he got banned. Maybe he was spiking the hot dogs or something. I don't know.
Let's see what this says. Blah, 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 blah. He was banned from the Nathan's Famous Hot Dog Eating Contest due to a sponsorship conflict with Impossible Foods, a company that produces plant-based hot dogs.
Gross.
Nasty. Which is seen as a rival to Nathan's.
Oh, okay. So he wanted to bring in another hot dog company, and they said, no, this is Nathan's hot dogs.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, I only eat vegetable hot dogs.
Yeah. Let's see. He violated blah blah blah. Okay, competing hot dog brands. Okay, claim that they made efforts to accommodate Chestnut, include agreeing to his appearance fee and allowing him to participate in unbranded hot dog eating contests on Labor Day, but drew the line at his partnership with Impossible Foods. Chestnut, however, argued he was gutted to learn of the ban through the media, asserting he had no contract with MLE or Nathan's and that they were attempting to change past rules regarding his partnership with other brands.
So not anybody can enter the Nathan's hot dog eating contest. Like you have to like qualify somehow.
I'm sure,
or-
right? I
or
mean,
something.
yeah, probably.
So
like
if
regionals,
if I own Ballpark Hot Dogs, right, and I sponsor a guy to get into these hot dog eating contests, and he does really well, I can't get my Ballpark Hot Dog eating guy onto Nathan's.
No, you need to have your own hot dog eating contest with your brand and have everybody come eat your hot dogs.
Okay, all right.
We can do it that way.
But since it's sponsored by Nathan's, then you can't.
Hmm. You can go. You just can't say I'm sponsored by this so and so or have stuff on or you know.
So if so, the Razorbacks have the Walmart logo on their court, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let's say Target comes out and they sponsor Texas A&M. We can't play Texas A&M because they're a competitor to Walmart. See, I don't see where. I feel like in a free market, you ought to let the ballpark eating hot dog guy on, on the show, and then just whoop his butt with your guy, and then say that's the reason. That
well, they ain't gonna beat that guy. He's Joey Chestnut, and it makes your brand look bad if he's like eats all the hot dogs and he goes, "Yeah, the best ones are over here, though." That loses you money as a business. So I can understand the business side of it.
I guess, man. I guess.
But
seems like you're kind of stacking the deck if you're not letting in the best eaters in.
Well, I mean, if this old nasty plant hot dog wants to have their own competition, have their own competition.
They probably do. They probably do have their.
Well, yeah, 3 people showed up because it's a plant hot dog.
Three liberal white women showed up to eat the hot dog.
They were just there to complain. They weren't there to eat, actually. They were just there to say somebody needs to stop this.
Yeah, you're killing plants. Plants have feelings too.
Anyway. Anything else about the finals or the game? I got one more subject we could talk about.
No, I mean, I think OKC probably handles business at home tonight, but I wouldn't sleep on the Pacers. I'm hoping for another really, really good game, back and forth, tight at the end. I don't want to, I'm against blowouts. Like I said, I don't have a dog in the fight, so I don't care who wins. I just want to watch good basketball. That's what I want.
Yeah. That should be good. And then the baseball game as well, so
baseball game, a little bit of a relief. I get to relax a little bit for about, I don't know, another hour or so, and then I'll be tense again about the next ball game. So,
yeah, let's see. I got the schedule here. Let's see, what was it? They play at 6 tonight, I think. I don't know. I changed it.
I don't think the Hogs don't play. They play at like 6 o'clock tomorrow night. They get the loser, whoever the loser is.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, well, the other thing I saw, I don't know if you saw this or not, but Miss Clark made her return.
Yeah, I saw that she pretty much smoked them.
She went nutso, man. She was drilling threes from everywhere. Let me see. I got her stats here. Let me see. So she had 32 points, 9 assists, and 8 rebounds. She accounted for 54 of Indiana's points. That's how much she accounted for. She hit 3 threes in a row, 7 total, and they beat who was it? New York, 102-88, and that was their first loss of the year. They hadn't lost yet.
Isn't that where? Oh no, Asia plays for Vegas, doesn't she?
I think.
Woo pig, Sevron. Yeah. Woo pig.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to bring that up right quick. No big deal. She just come back and killed it.
I kind of expected that. You put somebody who's that competitive on the bench for that long, they're going to come out, ready to go. And I think I think the Fever ought to embrace this Team Caitlin, Team Angel thing. And like anytime they make a mistake, they should say, "Oh, I reached that up." I think that's what they should do.
I reached.
I reached that up, yeah. Kind of like I effed that up, but I reached it up.
My gosh. I don't know if you saw this. Have you seen these TikTok guys who have been betting on Angel Reese's first?
Yes, yeah,
game?
yeah, dude. They're
they
making money. They're making money, big time money.
Yeah. They're making a bunch of money.
They're calling her rebounds me bounds.
Oh my gosh.
And
That
she actually went on social media and addressed the people that were talking about her me bounds. I kept scrolling. I didn't watch what she said.
I don't know. Caitlin come back and hit 7 threes, and the hero of the day. What's Angel do? She about gets in a fight. You see that?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know. She's trying to say the girl pulled her hair. But I don't know if she really pulled it or if it was like accidental. The girl that acted like it, when she turned around, she was like.
So apparently they caught Brittany Griner on the bench, and she said something about that effing white bee, right?
Yeah. Yes, I saw.
So they asked the dude afterwards. They asked him, you know, did you say that? And she was like, "Oh, I would never say anything racial." That dude's lying.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of stuff about that here lately too. I don't know what's real or not right now, man. It's hard to tell.
It is hard to tell, but it makes it really entertaining. I watched the.
Is that true? Holy mackerel!
Yeah, she said applications should be bounced. That dude, go for it. Embrace your suck. If you're gonna suck, embrace it. That's what I say.
Wow. I'm trying to spell. Yeah, I saw all that stuff about she's a dude and all that stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, this other girl, but this other thing going around. Oh, she's actually a dude.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know if
that's probably fake news. You know what I mean?
I don't know if Brittany Griner's a dude or not. I know
the other one is.
I know that he's got a really deep voice. And
the other one's this Buddy Blue girl. Have you heard about this?
Oh my gosh!
Did you hear about this?
No. What
okay. Well,
she got HIV and gave it to 1,000.
Two things. She was going to pull another stunt where she's going to do 2,000 guys.
Okay.
Okay. And put up a clear plastic box in public where you could just come on by whenever you wanted to. And she actually got banned. How disgusting do you have to be to get banned from OnlyFans? That should be oh, how gross do you have to be to get banned from that? You know what I mean? That's anyway. The thing about her is this story came out that she had some kind of sex change in like 2013 or something, and she's actually this Brian somebody. I don't know if it's true. How the internet is, probably not true.
That would be hilarious, though.
But now all these dudes are like, "Am I gay?" Like, oh my gosh, they all got PTSD. That's the only sexual transmitted disease I got was PTSD.
See, that's the news I keep waiting to come out. Like she has HIV and she's been like exacting revenge by giving it to all these people.
Yeah, no kid. She is a new definition of that word. Yeah, that's for sure.
You are correct, man.
That's so gross. Anyway.
What's she's gross, all right?
Yeah.
But dude, if you ain't dude number one, you're pretty sick in the head too. Okay.
Even if you're dude one, you're pretty
sick in the head being dude one. But if you're dude 2 through 1,000, then there's something wrong with you, man. You need to go see somebody. You know.
Yes, that's seek help for sure.
Yeah. And I just don't understand how a person doesn't value themselves. You know, like she has no value in herself. None of those dudes have value in themselves. I mean, it's
She
just,
acts like she does.
it's actually very sad.
It is sad. It is sad because that's horrible. It's just horrible. Anyway,
How do you think her daddy felt on Father's Day? You think he was proud of his little girl?
oh, she probably they ain't got no daddy or something. Who knows? I don't know her story at all.
She got
I don't know.
1,000 daddies. What are you talking about?
I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Look us up. I don't know if I want this on my computer.
Yeah, I wouldn't put her name in if I was you.
Good grief. You know how old she is?
48.
She's born in the 60s.
No, that can't be right.
She's 12 years older than us.
Wow.
She's like 60, bro.
Or he is.
No way.
We haven't figured. I don't think that's true.
What? That can't be right.
That can't be right.
No way.
I tell you what, if that's
This
true,
must be some other. This must be somebody else. Hold on. Let's circle back around to this. Hang on.
I was about to say, dude, if she's like 62, you're going to have a lot more women doing this.
She was just some porn star from the 60s. Okay, leave it alone. All right, you know I can't help the internet's thoughts. Let's see here. British adult film actress, born in 1999. Okay, there we go.
That sounds more correct.
Okay. Yeah, she was banned for her violating her terms with the planned petting zoo stunt.
Don't want to know.
That's the glass box I was telling you about.
That's what they were going to call it, the petting zoo?
Yeah. Anyway, disgusting. Let's move on. Let's go back to our pure Caitlin, okay? Let's go back. Let's go back to the real.
That was my fault for talking about that dude, Brittany Griner.
Oh my gosh, stop it. Oh my gosh. There's so much crazy stuff on the internet, man. My wife's upset at me right now because I stared at one of those 8 videos.
Oh, yeah?
That is hilarious.
Which Ozempic one? Have you seen the Ozempic one?
Yeah. Another one with power tools. Have you seen that?
I haven't seen that.
He's at a construction site and he's like, "Oh, there's a drill," you know, and he drills a hole and the thing falls down. And he's like, "Oh, let's try the jigsaw," and the whole wall falls down, you know, and he's standing there and he's holding this blowtorch, right? And he's like, "Yeah, this is for, you know, doing something." He says something, you know, they're doing for something. And the next scene is him standing in front of the building. It's all in flames. It's all fire. It's so funny. Oh my gosh, those videos crack me up. Anyway, she's upset at me right now.
Yeah,
like,
there's
one.
one.
You sent me one of those videos, and now my whole time thought I was full of them.
I like the one where the guy's like
you're welcome.
He's out in the woods, and I don't know if they're supposed to be gorillas or Bigfoot or what they're supposed to be.
Yeah, there's like a Bigfoot, and then they call the white guy the Yeti or something. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
I have no idea, but he's like, yeah, some hikers left behind this energy drink. Let's give it a try. I'm geeked, man. I'm so geeked.
They find a mushroom. You see that one?
Mm-mm.
Oh man, I'm tripping, man. I'm tripping. He takes off and running. His eyes are all red. Oh man, yeah, those are funny. If you haven't got a chance to see the AI8 videos, check it out.
The Ozempic one cracks me up, man.
Which one is that? That's the weight loss stuff, right?
That's the weight loss, the fat shot, as Trump calls it. But he's like, a fan sent me this. I'm gonna try it out. And in the next scene, he's like rail thin. He's like, I don't know what was in there, but I'm feeling great.
Oh my gosh. You gotta look up the one with the power tools, man. It's so funny. He's like a wrecking ball. Oh yeah. There's one where he's like, "We're gonna drink." He goes skydiving. We're gonna get drunk and jump out of the plane.
Yeah.
he's like, "What?" Oh my gosh, it's funny. Anyway, all right, man. Anything else before we get out of here?
No, I'm watching this. I'm watching pardon the interruption right now, and they're talking about the Bain trade.
The Bain trade, yeah. We gave a lot, man. Orlando gave a lot for real, like multiple first round picks and 2 players. But Pope wasn't working out. You know what I mean? Like he just didn't play very good all year, and he's supposed to add 3-point shooting, and he didn't. We need somebody that can hit threes. We do.
So Pope is going to Memphis.
Yeah.
You watch next year, he'll be just out of his mind.
Oh yeah.
Nailing everything.
Yeah. I don't know. Him and Cole.
And then everything else in the NBA I see is, where is Kevin Durant going to go? Where is Russell Westbrook going to go?
Yeah.
Which Kevin Durant, I like I like Kevin Durant. So nobody take this the wrong way, but he needs to go to the house. He needs to go home, retire, make room for a young kid.
You think he's old?
I don't think he's worth what he's going to want wherever he's going. He's only got, I don't know how many years he's got. I mean, supposedly that's why the Spurs kind of walked away from it.
Let me go find him here.
You're going to Oklahoma? You're going back to OKC? That would be cool. Nice. I don't think they really need you though, man. Truthfully speaking.
He's not on here. Why is he not on here? There he is.
You'll probably end up somewhere like Philadelphia or somewhere like that.
Oh man, he is old.
I told you he's been around forever.
36.
And the knees ain't what they used to be.
2007. Dang. First round pick. Number 2.
I'm just ready for some of these older guys to make room for some of the younger guys. It's time for a few of these guys to move on.
There's a trivia question for you.
What's that?
Who was picked ahead of Kevin Durant?
What year?
2007.
I don't know. I have no idea.
You know this one.
I do?
Yeah. A famous number 1 pick.
Famous number 1 pick. Was it a flop?
Yeah.
Was it Greg Oden?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They picked Greg Oden before Kevin Durant. Portland.
Yeah. Well,
missed out on Jordan and Durant.
Yeah.
The poor Blazers fans.
No wonder they got their team up for sale.
No kidding.
See, that's what some of these older dudes need to do, like Durant and LeBron and Steph and Draymond and those guys. They ought to pull their money and go buy Portland, and then they can still be around the game. They can be the owners. They can, they'll still be relevant.
Yeah.
And there you go, man.
Some of them do that.
And they probably got enough money. They could get enough players together that they could do something like that.
I saw Michael Jordan just got a new position. What was it?
I have no idea. I knew he was going to.
He got something. Hold on.
Wasn't he going to start doing like Inside the NBA or something like that?
Special contributor for NBA on NBC.
Oh, yeah. Special contributor.
Making his first role in broadcast media.
Yeah.
Let's see. The initial plans involve providing analysis through taped segments for pregame and halftime shows.
Sure.
With potential for the role to evolve.
He's coming for Chuck's spot.
The deal was facilitated by NBC Sports executive John Miller, a longtime friend of Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
No specific details on the contract. Comparisons to other greats like Barkley and Shaquille suggest a salary range of 15 to 21 million. Though one unverified ex-post claimed up to 40 million.
Well, it is Michael Jordan. I mean, he probably worth more.
Like, you're gonna pay me more than Charles, right? I'm not taking I'm less than that guy, right?
He'll probably end up taking Charles's job. Wouldn't that be something?
No, Charles is too funny. He's too goofy, man. They're not gonna get rid of him. He makes the show. He's funny. All right, man. Anything else before we get out of here?
No, man. Looking forward to some NBA tonight. Looking forward to. I don't know. I'll probably end up watching the college baseball game and flip over and just keep checking the score until the end of the ball game, and then probably watch the end of the ball game depending on which one ends first.
Yeah, I think the baseball game starts at 6 and the NBA don't start till 7:30. So
that was one thing about Cage Wood working so fast, and the fact that our offense wasn't really doing crap. That ball game went by quick.
It did. I'm thinking that too.
And I'm going to tell you right now what a good woman I live with. Okay. She had to work today, and so she works from home. So she didn't get to watch any of the ball game. She had to run an errand. She comes back. There's 3 outs left. I tell her, I said, Cage Wood got no hitter going, whatever. She goes into the bedroom and won't watch because she has not been watching the whole ball game, and she does not want to jinx Cage Wood.
My goodness. Oh, man.
I thought it was funny.
Crazy.
And then there was something else I was going to tell you too. Oh, for Father's Day, I don't have any kids, but I have some nephews that are sweet to me, and so they get me a Father's Day gift. And they got me this sweet little Arkansas dress shirt. But the best part was they got me a card, and the card said, I thought you would get a kick out of this. The card said, "May people laugh at your jokes like they're as funny as you think they are."
Yeah. Very true. Very true.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty good.
Yeah. Well, I had a good day. She asked me a few days ago. This was her fault. What do you want for Father's Day? And boom, I fired off a list. I want sausage and biscuits and gravy for breakfast. I want to go hit some golf balls. I want to do this. We're going to do that. We're going to do this. I had a whole day.
Yeah.
And I was just like making stuff up, like I didn't really think any of that was going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was just firing stuff off, made this big long list for her. And she was like, whoa, like, she was impressed that I had come up with this list so quick. I'm like, yeah. And then when I got up, we actually had sausage and gravy and biscuits for breakfast.
Sweet.
She took care of me all day. Let me do whatever I wanted to.
Did you get to hit any golf balls?
No, I didn't go. I started to. It was raining, and I was like, I just don't want to. I don't want to deal with that. I mean, even though the place I was going to go to is like it's covered. And I have a gift card, but I need you to come up and go with me because it's like Top Golf, but that's not the name of it. It's sort of similar to that.
It's a knockoff of Top Golf.
Well, they don't have any like levels.
We're bottom.
It's just one level. Yeah, I mean it's the bottom. There's no levels or anything, but they got a big giant net and targets out there that you can hit and all that stuff. So.
Let me tell you what I think of Top Golf. Top Golf would be a lot of fun, except they've made, like, if you go there and all you do is hit the ball, then it's fine. It's not that expensive. If you go there and you actually want to eat, have something to drink, spend a little bit of time there, yeah, it'll run you in your pocketbook. It's just as expensive or more expensive than going and playing real golf.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Well, I have a gift card for an hour or something like that.
Yeah.
I got for, I think, Christmas or something. I can't remember what I got it for, Christmas or surely it wasn't last Father's Day, but I think it was Christmas.
You might want to check the expiration date on that thing.
Yeah, I think it was Christmas. I'm pretty sure. But anyway, all right. Well, I'm gonna get off and go feed the dogs, and then I'll probably be in the Discord some if I'm not sleeping. I gotta go to work at like midnight tonight, so.
All right, dude.
Short night for me probably. So
All right, man.
I will catch you later.
Big. Peace.
Go Hogs.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share.